What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Pastry Beer Cooking Show. And you know what? The other day I was in the supermarket and I saw some salted mackerel. And I was thinking to myself, I've had that in a long time. So I bought some and I'm gonna make a beautiful dish today. Salted mackerel and boiled food. So when somebody say they're having food, it means they're having something wholesome rather than having like bread or rice. So we're gonna start off by soaking our mackerel. Now, because the mackerel is salted, we don't wanna boil it because when you boil it, it's gonna make the mackerel super tough and chewy. So what I do is I soak my mackerel for 24 hours, changing the water every 6 hours. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is move on to my coconut. You can't make rundown and not put coconut in it. And I don't wanna use the packaged coconut milk or coconut powder. So I'm gonna get some fresh coconut, I'm gonna dice them up, and I'm gonna blend it. Blend it with a little bit of water. Now this is a better way to make a rundown because the fresh coconut, as you know, anything fresh is gonna give you a better flavor. So we're blending the coconut to extract all the cream out of it. And this is really rich. Now we're gonna make our boiled banana. So typically, most people when they're cooking banana, they peel it out of the skin. What I do is I remove the top and the bottom portion of the banana and I just slice it on the sides. This is way easier. You boil it, once it's cooked, then you could just peel it right out of the skin. Now we're gonna make the yams. Now yellow yam is one of my favorite yams to eat. It is similar to the white yam or the sweet potato. It's very starchy. Now we're gonna move on to our ripe plantain. Remove the top and the bottom, and I'm gonna cut them on the bias, or just cut them on an angle. So I'm gonna add water to the pot. And then I'm gonna add my banana, my sweet plantains, and my yam. And I'm gonna let them boil. Now, typically, this is all they put in the pot with salt. But I'm gonna, I gotta make it more flavorful. And I'm changing everything about the way we do it, but still keep the authenticity of it. So I'm gonna add thyme and scallion to the pot, which is gonna make them have a great flavor when you're cooking them. Sometimes I do put butter, or you could put some coconut oil in it, in the water if you want. So we let this boil for about 15 to 20 minutes. Now the easiest way to know if they're cooked is by visually inspecting them or touching them to see if they're soft to the touch. Now I'm gonna prepare my mackerel. After soaking my mackerel for 24 hours with a constant changing of the water to remove the salt content. So we wanna take the bones out so when you're eating it, you don't have problems with bones and all of that. So I'm gonna use my scissors and I'm gonna trim it up and let it look nice and sexy. And this technique is called fabricating. So after I remove all the bones, I'm gonna prepare my rundown sauce. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna add coconut oil. Now coconut oil is really, really flavorful, and you're making rundown, it's a coconut base. You gotta go with coconut oil. So I add some garlic, and I'm gonna add some chopped onion. I had my two favorite things to it, which is pimento and thyme. And I'm gonna let that saute for a little bit, then I'm gonna add the coconut milk. Well, most Caribbean food, you have to cook it with Scotch bonnet pepper because we like spice in our food. So we let this boil and let it reduce. Then we're gonna add the mackerel. We're gonna let the mackerel cook in there for about 5 to 8 minutes. We're gonna remove it and then we're gonna get ready to plate it. Cooking the banana in the skin for me is way easier because once it's cooked, I could just hold one hand and pull it out. Same thing for my sweet plantains. Thank you for watching another episode of the Pastry Bear Cooking Show. And if you like it, please like, subscribe, and share. And tell a friend or to tell a friend to tell a friend. I want to embrace my culture and I want to showcase to the world that we don't just have great flavors, but we have good technique and good presentation.
PASRTY TV. Big up.